Okay, so a few hours ago as recording this, a Slushi came into my room asking what the paper was. Told her that she could find it in our printer. Then she thanked me and left. I directed my focus back at what I was doing until she came in again. Probably shouldn't spend all day in here. If you want, you can join me. No thanks, I'm good. I didn't even avert my gaze from my screen. Oh, okay then, no worries. She then walked back out and shut the door. As I continued doing what I usually did on my computer, I realized I barely processed what she said. Okay, what's so bad about trying it out? So I went to my school backpack and grabbed out one of the few pencils I had remaining. I couldn't draw traditionally for shit, but oh well. Walked out from my room to see Slushi sat on one of the chairs near the island. Parents are home at the moment, so I didn't have to worry about watching over the others. Anyways, due to my loud-ass snore, Slushi was immediately aware of my presence. Just don't ask. Couple of seconds, I got myself seated, on the couch. As I put the tip of my pencil onto my paper, a very important thought ushered in. I had no idea what to draw. Just kept tapping my pencil, hopes that something would come to mind. With one inspiration to go off of, I drew a little boxman, as I'd call them. He's just a stick man, but like the body's a rectangle. He was lying on the floor, kicking his feet as he drew. When I was finished with the awfully simplistic drawing of a boxman, I shifted my pencil to the left in preparation to draw the next part. But I have no idea how to draw a fox. I wanted to use Slushi as a reference since, I was basically drawing her the first place, but I didn't want to, look back and forth, kind of be creepy. So I just went for it. Eventually got the sketch of the head done, the bodies, the arms and limbs, and once I got the lines done, it didn't look so bad. So, that was that done, and I hadn't even said a single word to Slushi after walking out of my room. What's the appeal of drawing together? While I was familiar with doing this type of stuff, it was usually just dicking around rather than normal drawings. Just being around others that feels nice, she responded with. Kind of stared off to the distance. Not exactly sure how I was meant to interpret this today, but at least I'm getting social. So I've been making this OC, but the thing is I've always had others draw my characters for me. Today I decided to go back out and try doing some traditional drawing of my own again. Walked to the kitchen, pulled out a chair near the island, and sat down with pencil in hand. For some reason though, I couldn't draw like I did yesterday. I was sketching significantly worse. After 2 more retries, I just flat out gave up and threw the paper in the trash. Didn't even make it past the head. I already spent years learning how to draw with vectors, and I don't have the energy to learn to find a new style. Maybe already having vector skills to transfer over, but I didn't know. That failure never left my head though. Throughout the day, I still felt like as if I had to go and finish it, but I knew I wasn't able to. Just wouldn't go away though. So, seeing I was forced to take matters in my own hands. Talked to Slushi despite how late it was. So I just asked her, how do I get good at art? But she was more concerned about my situation in general. Could just draw it for you. I said, no, I need to do this myself. I want to be responsible for what I create. Could you help me? Well, I could tutor you. There's not much to do here anyway. This is my best option. Tapped me in the morning, though. She yawned after saying that line. I'm probably about to go to bed. It's 2 in the morning, by the way. Nonetheless, plans have been made. I'll tell you how it goes. Log over. the island once again, but this time Slushi was beside me. Yippee. There was an awkward silence for a few seconds. I'm guessing I just started drawing what I was trying to draw yesterday. Sure. I began drawing a sketch ahead once again. As soon as I made a mistake, I'd erase the entire thing and try again. Apparently that in itself was a mistake. You can just erase the slip up instead of the entire thing. The entire head just looks off. Just roll with it. Fine. I left the head as is and started my way towards the body. If I made a mistake, I'd either erase it or just go with it. Is this your first time doing traditional art? She asked. Somewhat. I had only learned the bare minimum of how to sketch. When you're drawing a person, you usually sketch out guides. Guides? Yeah, here, let me show you. She got on her phone and Googled something before showing me a photo. Oh, I didn't think those were required. I never realized just how stupid of an idea that was. Try continuing my drawing anyway despite the lack of guides. As I continued working on limb after limb, I couldn't help but feel like the drawing looked even worse than when I started. After I got the basics of the drawing done, I stared at it. I don't like this. I had to be honest. So maybe I'll just find something else to do. You're only just getting started. I'm getting restarted on something I should already know about. Start curling up the paper. Knew Slushi was probably not going to be happy that I just gave it all up, but honest to God, I wasn't in the mood to deal with it. Why do you think you should already know how to draw? She asked. I averted my eyes back to hers. Because I can draw. Not on paper, though. Digital? Somewhat, it's vector art. I got on my phone and began searching for something to show her. I don't think I know what that is. It's like... Yeah, no, I can't describe it. But maybe you can get a hint. Shorter one of the things I've drawn on my computer. So those are vectors. Basically. Drew the screen back to me. It isn't the prettiest, but it's good enough for me. It's a really cool art style, it's unique. Thanks. I put the phone back down. I'm better at other stuff, though. I got up and carried the crumpled paper as I made our way to the laundry room. It's my way. Like what? Slushi asked from her chair. Music? You've already heard it. I tossed the paper in the bed and walked back out. Have I? You were with us in my dad's car, weren't you not? I think I was sleeping. Oh great, how fucking convenient. Love to hear some of it though. Well, maybe tomorrow. I wasn't planning on having a surprise listening section today. Totally. It's not like I don't have anywhere else to go for a week or two anyhow. Okay then. Yay. I was totally enthused by the whole thing, but I wasn't gonna turn down a chance to show off the stuff I'm actually good at. So there are plans for tomorrow. Nothing out with the rest of the day. We'll just leave it there. Log over. That day we skipped just now, I was sadly sick yesterday. Nevertheless, I'm back up and running. The day started out with me waking up from a very, very bizarre dream. Not gonna go into the details. I got dressed and, checked to see if Slushi was already awake or not. But she was still asleep in the living room, so I just chilled in my room for a few hours with she, who was also sleeping. Though eventually, the others had to come into my room as at least when my parents walk out, they can't just be out and about in the living room. So now the entire gang was here. I was waiting for Slushi to talk to me first, because I think, no, what I was about to have was pretty obvious, but I heard nothing. Slushi? She faced me upon hearing her name. Not sick. Obviously that returned an awkward glance, until she got it. Oh. A few moments later, she was wearing my headphones that were plugged into my computer. One ear free. You sure you actually want to do this? I asked. I don't have anything else to do, really. Besides, I'm sure I'll like it. What's telling you that? She paused for a moment before answering. A hunch, I guess. Whatever. Which release do you want to start off with? Just an FYI, those listening, I'm not dropping any names. Now, what's that one? That is my latest one. She already had her paw on the touchpad clicking on it, and I could tell from the screen that it was already playing, so I just watched in silence as I anticipated her reaction at the first track. Couldn't hear anything as it was all going to the headphones, but I could see her face. The expression shifted from an unexpected neutral smile to a surprised expression. Is there any singing? This one doesn't have vocals until like 2.5 minutes into the song. She continued listening. She seemed to like it. Eventually I could see that the song was now at a part where, I start singing and shit. Nothing special, just a single line looped over and over again, but her expression only started changing fast. Eventually, a few minutes later, the song was over. Was she gonna say anything? Well, she was taking the headphones off. You made this? It's not that impressive, it's just a bunch of notes shown together. This is amazing. I definitely see what you meant when you said you're talented at music. Okay, then, well, it's still not art. Her expression went from glee to disbelief. Not art? Is that really what you think of all this? Be honest, you see more people getting praise for art instead of music. I don't know many composers. Why worry about that? I mean, if someone's discrediting what you made just because it's a song, they're being unfair. I do it for fun, but I also do it for the recognition. A test of my skills. Well, you're talented either way. He put the headphones back on and resumed the rest of the album. I wanted to respond, but she gave me no room to, so there I was. Back in silence. Just to contemplate her words. And as the rest continued, the idea dawned on me. I had brushed aside what she said for what I thought was a quote-unquote correct reaction. She liked it. There's no denying it. So why was I trying to paint my own image instead? These things I can't figure out in a single day. Log over.